Well, it really is a bit offsetting when all the Endermen have this kind of visual glitch, which makes them perpetually look like they're angry at me, like that dude there. Honestly, asteroid excavation isn't that hard, especially if you've got a jetpack. I can't imagine even attempting this without the electric jetpack. Seriously, if you're doing this without the electric jetpack, you're insane. Number one, you know, you've got ridiculous walkways to try to think about, and if you even fall off a little bit, you're dead. You don't come back from the void. I can see it if you're still running Mistcraft, perhaps. So, everybody, what have we learned today? Well, that the Steve's carts do not actually load unless you're with them. This may mean, in fact, that you might want a world anchor, because there is a world anchor cart you can get. Also, if you want to pick up things they destroy, you're going to want to give it a, what's it called? Storage carts, yeah. Storage chests on the side. However, they seem to be pretty good for deforestation as well. So it's not like I got that wrong. Also, when I got back, it turns out that the portals, they were still there. So that proves that, yes, you cannot actually link a portal in the end to a portal in the overworld. Making Mistcraft books, definitely the way to go, but unfortunately, that means I'm kinda screwed when it comes to that. I guess that just means, well, my trips to the end are still extremely deadly. But hey, what can you do, really? I don't think there's gonna be a very easy way to make the end less deadly. It's still pretty fun to watch this thing drill through a tree, though. Does it look any better when I'm riding in it? Go, my behemoth of slowness. I don't know if there's a way to speed these up, but you still gotta think. Steve's carts is fun. Hello, my friends and viewers, and welcome back to Single Quest. Now, I've messed around with my equipment a little bit just to make it a little more compact, and I've built this beast of a monster, the implosion compressor. Now, to build this thing, you need standard hull in the four corners of the top and bottom, and reinforced casing in the middle. So that actually did use up the last bits of casing that I had left over after I made the industrial blast furnace. Weird. But still, why do I need this? Iridium plates. Where do you get iridium? Well, I was a little bit off when I said the end. You remember those asteroids we saw last time? Well, from the asteroids, you get a material called sheldonite. Do I still have some left over? You also get things like tungstate ore, which you can turn into tungsten, but you also get platinum dust when you take sheldonite and put it into either a pulverizer for a 5% chance or a 10% chance if you use the machine known as the rock crusher. Yes, this behemoth over here, which takes 12 rock crusher blocks to create and sucks up 15 MJs and makes a ton of noise. There's only two reasons you'd want one of these. Number one, there's a 1% chance it can turn gravel into diamonds, and it also directly crushes cobblestone into gravel, so technically you can get rid of lots of your materials for a very, very small chance at getting a diamond. Now, me, I say that's not worth it. I have a much better idea on what to do with all of my resources, and it's time I used something that hasn't been getting much work. And that, very simply, is you. My lovely little clay golem. You are the perfect tool for the job. You're coming with me. Anybody got an idea of what I'm making today? I'm making the perfect recycling system, okay? I know, I should have probably given you some time to guess at it. But I gave you some hints in the last episode, so you should have gotten an idea. Now, as you may or may not be aware, the Matter Fabricator is a device that creates iridium. Yes, it takes iridium to make it, but basically since sheldonite is amazingly rare, you only find like 4 blocks of it, 4 or 6 or 8, in every, well, my experience, it's every 3rd asteroid cluster in the end. So that is ridiculously difficult. Here we have my giant quarry zone, as we saw the other time. I mentioned, oh, I had a plan for this, or I should get a plan for this. There is basically a ton of materials here, except in this chest. Because here is the time when I get to use it. Alright. So, this is the result of one quarry doing like 10 things at once. Let's set this up in the way that I expect that it will work the best. So we've got two things here. I'm going to need 2 blocks just to put the redstone engines against. Not a problem. This way, everything I need will be automated, and I can just... Well, that's why I put a chunk loader here, too, so that it'll even run when I'm not here. Turn on the redstone engines. There. Now, the only problem is, how do you power the recycler from a distance? Since my power plant is far away from home. Well, I have the solution. We're going to run some glass fiber cable directly into the machine from above. And what are we going to be running from above? Oh, I know. How about an advanced solar panel? You might be thinking it's stupid, and you might be thinking it dumb. But personally, I've looked into it, and the advanced solar panels generate 32 EU per tick. That is exactly enough for this thing. Now, I could put a battery box. It's a good question. Can I add a battery box to this machine? Okay, so we'll just click this here a couple times. Yeah, I could probably use a battery box. Oh, rats. Doing this all wrong. Gotta hold shift. Where'd the other piece go? Oh, it's still attached to the machine. Okay. Okay. Battery box. Can I put it there? Put the fiber cable on top of the battery box. And then just use the wrench to turn it so that the output is facing bottom. Or, wait. How do we do this? I think I need to be underneath it, honestly. There, okay, that looks like it might work. I haven't exactly hooked one of this thing up before. And remember, solar panels do only work during the day. But for all I care, that's fine. I just want the recycler to be doing work when I'm not around. Let's see here. Outside the base, there is a lot of dangerous things going on. Do I have any coal on me? No, I don't. Oh, I'm sure the monsters are going to want to kill me right now. Yeah, there's a creeper over there. I'm not happy about that. Alright, let's just make it so that I know that this is where the energy line connects to. Alright. Generally, I don't like having my advanced machine blocks being in the open air. But I think I'm going to have to settle with this one. There's not too much else I can do. Oh. Well, I think that track was important for something, but I can't remember what. So let's put that back real quick. Okay. So, here's my issue with the recycler. Either powering it without a power system, and to solve that, I have one advanced solar machine block, or solar panel, whatever, doesn't matter. There it is. This generates 1 EU per whatever. That's fine. That's going to power the recycler. The other question is, how do you pump all of your your things that you want to recycle into it? Solution. There is a marker block underneath all of these chests. I repeat, all of them. Now, the only thing I need to make sure is that there's not, like, so much place that my golem is just gonna fall off the edge, because this really is the most dangerous area in my base. So, what I want to do is pump machine materials into it from here, and then it'll come out there. So, here's what we do. Smart clay golem, come here. You are gonna sit, oh, we'll say, on top. Now, I want you to grab a precise amount of stuff from any chest. Actually, any amount will do. I want to make sure it's 64 gravel, 64 dirt, and 64 cobblestone. Now, what you're going to do is grab everything and put it in there. The redstone engine should... Am I doing it wrong? Is that gonna work? Wooden transport pipe. Right? Yeah. This should pump materials into the recycler, but why is it not working? Because... Does it have enough power? Sort of. Obviously, this is going to take a long time. Do buildcraft pipes not work with the industrial engine? That box is doing its thing. I could tell it to turn off if I wanted to, but... Still, it's not creating any scrap. This isn't getting anything. It should do... There's one piece of scrap. It's going backwards. Oh, darn it. Going back. Okay, come here, you. The easy solution is, if it wants to go backwards, that's okay. We're just gonna put you on this one instead. So, I want 64 dirt, 64 cobble, 64 gravel. Now, you do whatever the heck you want to do forever. Oh god, I'm really scared he falls off the edge. Okay, let's fill up all the possible gaps that this guy could encounter. Just because. There's a lot around here, and I might even want to give him some observant goggles so he can see all the materials in all the chests. So he's going to put these in there. They're going to go pumped into the machine. What the heck? Okay, this isn't working that well. I see why not. Okay, it's not working out because it's working too good. He's going to keep filling this full of dirt. The dirt is going to go in here. Okay, maybe this is a bad system. Because I don't want this machine to be filled with dirt. This is the recycler. The recycle should be getting full of scrap. Oh god, how do we not make this the output? Because you can put anything in here, can't you? No, you can't. Maybe that was just a momentary lapse of judgment on the part of the machine. I'm gonna have to assume that's the case, right? Because you're gonna keep pumping in dirt forever. Good. Wonderful. And you will always keep it filled with dirt until there's no more dirt in this entire quarry. Which I hope won't be an issue. What the heck happened there? Oh. Right, it's still trying to fill the machine with dirt. Why is it going right through? Like, you can't put something there. What on earth is the matter? Can I move this recycler block somehow? Probably not. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, I can. Oh, no! Okay, emergency. The recycler block has fallen to the bottom of the water. Oh, this sucks. I'll be right back. And finally, here we are. The perfectly automated system where my recycler is going to turn everything as a result of, well, 6 different quarry attempts into scrap to be used in a matter fabricator whenever I have time to build one. Yeah, that's going to take another story. What it needed was a hopper on top of it so that the so the recycler would understand to put all of this stuff here and not somehow in the output. I've put my 4 overclocker upgrades in it so that, well, it'll just run really fast. I've got a clay golem with observant goggles so that he understands that any of these chests he can come and get his materials from. I've also got a wood golem here, so when the system overflows, he can just put everything back in the original chest, so there's nothing I need to worry about. Wood golems are a nice little pipe self-sustaining measure that you can use. Oh, look, I dropped a piece of cobble. I wonder what he's gonna do. Yep, go put it in the chest like a good little golem boy. Perfect. And you know what's crazy? The advanced solar panel has so much internal storage that if I really needed to, I could grab my jetpack and charge it right back in the top. Not that I really want to. The bat box is just being in there. It doesn't really have a purpose. I could do the system probably without it, but I thought, hey, I'd rather be on the safe side than chug a bunch of power into a recycler only to see it blow up. So the cycle continues. I will continue to quarry here, and eventually even these chests will become conduits from which I might be able to get some of this scrap. I've already got 2.5 stacks, and it's doing great. Oh, okay. Apparently the nodes around me aren't very happy about me creating all these golems and glasses. Well, since I left my goggles of revealing at my other base, I don't know where the node is that is currently angry at me. But it's not like I come here all the time, so... well, it doesn't create lasting effects, so I'll see you later. No matter what environmental damage I might be inadvertently causing with my thematic research. I seem to have found a dungeon. Now, the really cool thing about Feed the Beast is that it does change the dungeon loot. So, well, I've already gotten a Punch 2 book, but this one is Feather Falling 1, which could definitely come in handy. Can't even read a book without somebody stepping in to tell me I gotta do stuff. That canvas bag is definitely coming with me. I don't think I showed you this yet. To make the canvas bag, it takes 8 pieces of canvas, and canvas is just string around a stick. And what do you do with the canvas bag? Well, you right-click it, and it's basically you're carrying a chest with you forever. So, for now, let's put the stuff that I don't need in the canvas bag. It's kind of hard not to call it a chest. Now, well, this is very interesting. Coal coke, I know what it is. Oh, for goodness sake. Are you still spawning out here, or are there seriously that many zombies around me? God. Now I've learned that the Moonworm Queen, once she runs out completely of moonworms, you can actually put 3 torchberries around her and she'll go back to full health. Well, you know, she is an item. She makes worms that light up the place. It basically makes 256 torches, so this thing is amazing. Definitely one reason to check out the Twilight Forest. Now then, what is a logic matrix programmer and what is a 4th boot disk? Oh god, I don't know what those are. You know what, maybe there's still no recipe for saddle. So I guess I will hang on to those in the near future. Also, more silver, some tin, and an interesting sapling I've never seen before. Alright, why don't I head back home and we'll try and figure out what all this stuff is, because these zombies won't leave me alone. I'm also going to enchant another level 30 gear thingy thing there. Might as well leave that flint there too. I don't think I need any of this. Alright, I'll see you back at the base.